Howdy. So in this video we are going to talk about the homework coding 6, and it asks us to rewrite the data adapter in a store application to use cloud databases, and for entities, users, products, credit cards, addresses, we should use the Redis database, and for order detail and receipts we should use the MongoDB database. Okay, so I did some modification in the code. So when we use a cloud database or any database, it's empty at first, but in our application we should have a user to log in, right? But by default the database is empty. So I modified the main code and checked if there is not an admin user, create an admin user for us so that we can be able to log in into the system. Okay, and the users should be managed by the Redis database. And if we run the code, and log in with the admin credentials, okay, we can see the display name here, the user ID and the username here. So in order to check the database, I'm using an client application called Redis Insight. It's available for Mac OS, and if I refresh the data, so this database is the cloud database on Redis Lab. So if I connect to this database, we can see there is a hash table here called users. The keys of this hash table are the username, and the value is the JSON object. So for username admin, because it was empty at first, my code created a new admin user with password. So if you take a look at this, the user ID is 0, username is admin, password is password, full name is administrator, address ID is 0, and credit card ID is 0. Okay, and we can create a product. I'm going to create a product with ID 11. Product name is like tablet, price 599, and quality 7. And if I hit the save product, it goes into our Redis database into the products hash table. As we can see, in the products hash table, the key is the ID of the object and the value is the JSON object. So we can see there for 11 we have tablet. So if I copy this and go to JSON viewer, yeah, we can see that the product ID, seller ID 0, name, tablet, price 599, quantity 7. We can also see that there are other objects as well that I created before recording this video. So let's take a look at product ID 3. Okay. So this is product ID 3. The name is phone, price is $999 and quantity is 2. So if I go to our application and set the product ID to 3 and load the product, we can see that the information, the data is loaded from the Redis data server into an application. Okay, and we can also edit a product. Like I can change the product name to iPhone instead of phone, so I'm adding an I here and hit the save. Okay, so we have an error in saving a product, and we should fix the code. Okay, let's continue. Credit card addresses and orders. Orders and receipts should be in the MongoDB database. So I'm going to add from one phone and one tablet. How is it? So if I hit finish and pay, it asks for address and credit card. So let's if I hit the submit order, I can see the receipt here, and if I hit OK, it asks for a directory to save. And we can also check at the local. Yeah, so I can print the receipt, which in this case is the file, and if we go to the database and I refresh the data, so this is our MongoDB database, we can see there are two documents here, orders and receipts. So for orders, you can see the last order is yeah. So we can see that this product ID 399 is in a document into the orders, and we can also see that our phone is also submitted in the database. And if we go to the receipts, and if we open the last item, we can see the phone and the tablet are in the receipt, and the taxes, the customer, the address, and the last 4 digits of our credit card. And you can also for the code changes, what I have changed, you can read the code explanation here, and everything should be clear. And also I should fix editing the products, because we had an error in our user acceptance test. So I hope to see you in another video.